welcome to the stream. It's Azo. No special intro. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I'm doing pretty well myself. A hell of a lot better than I was doing yesterday. That's for sure. As usual, go ahead and give me a couple minutes to go and get it set up on my side, and I'll be right with you guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, sub, share, follow, all of that nonsense. Helps the channel grow, and the faster I get to my milestones, the faster you get to see more ridiculous stuff. This will be update. Yeah, it sure did. Okay. Alright, give me a second. I'm just putting my tags on stuff, and I'll be right with you guys. If you're coming in here, let me know how you're doing today. Or if you did have any good plans over the weekend, or if you've done anything pretty cool so far. All right. Pop monitors here. Alright, let me go ahead and get immediately on into it. If I haven't changed anything or made any adjustments, you have to excuse me. I've been kind of... so, please bear with me while I make adjustments to the thing as I go. There might come a time where I have to actually make file adjustments. So... you'll have to deal with a very boring file adjustment screen at some point, I think. But other than that, I'm doing pretty well myself. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. For those of you who are just fresh onto this, I am currently running my way from Sentinel all the way over to Daggerfall right now to turn the letter in that I have in my inventory, which I hope means that I can go over to... I don't have to run back to Orsinium to turn in the letter, just to turn around and turn in the letter again. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm also hoping I don't have to delete the Lich Dust to go over... I think I will. I think more likely than not what's going to happen is I'm going to have to go do some file adjustments to delete the Lich Dust. That I was trying to go ahead and get to fix the Ancient Watcher. So if I can delete that Lich Dust, I think what's-her-name will contact me and be like, hey, I've got this. So, we'll see. Unless I have to complete the Ancient Watcher in order for me to go ahead and like, complete the flag. I wonder if there's something I could adjust in the files to, like, indicate that, yes, this flag has been completed, the quest is done. I'll have to do some research into it. I've been kind of looking into it, but, you know... between getting the stream done and getting stuff done in real life and everything, I haven't had as much time to devote to it as I would have liked. But nature of the beast, right? Also, if there is anything, if you don't see me commenting on your video or on your, like, comments or anything, I don't know what it is, but the multi-stream, like, chat feed hasn't been popping up the way that it should. So, just, like, stand by. If I don't see anything and I see viewers in here, but I don't see any comments or anything, I'll go ahead and pull up the actual page itself so I can see you guys commenting. Yeah, because it did that yesterday. Slapped in everybody's comments all at once. I was kind of bothered by it, because I was like, okay, all these people have been talking to me, and I haven't been able to see it. Hey, okay, great, it is working. How you doing, Demon Pumpkin? Yeah, I thought it was going to go ahead and glitch out on me, like, yesterday, where I couldn't go ahead and comment on anybody's stuff or see it. but I am glad to see that it's still working. Yeah, the game is a little screwed up. Since the last time you were actually here to now, the game has kicked the bucket right now, and I am trying my hardest to try and fix the problem here. So I'm heading back to Daggerfall to see if that part of the quest is bugged as well, or if it was strictly just Ancient Watcher. If that part of the quest is bugged as well, I'm gonna have to travel to Orsinium, drop off the letter to the orc, and then try and head back here to see if that solves my problem. If it doesn't, or if it does solve my problem, then I can worry about Ancient Watcher. Try and get rid of some of the quest items in my inventory that are, like, that are considered as stopping the quest from proceeding. And then figure that out. So yeah, I have a couple of troubleshooting options in mind, depending on how this quest goes. If this quest that I'm about to try and turn in is bugged as well, like I said, the first troubleshooting option is to run to Orsinium, turn in the letter, turn around and try and turn in the thing again. And then the second option, if that doesn't work, is to just force some of these quests along their way. Demon Pumpkin, I would really appreciate if you don't go ahead and be like, you're the only one watching, because you're not. I broadcast on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It's just like how Luft, like, broadcast on two things, I do as well. Hello, Diego, how are you doing? I didn't manage to solve my problem, but I am working on a bunch of troubleshooting solutions. If all else fails, I'm gonna have to dive into the files and make some adjustments to try and fix my game. But we're working through the manual troubleshooting to start with. So, we're going to Daggerfall to turn in the letter. If we can turn in the letter, then that's fine. Then that means at least the main quest is fixable. It's just that Ancient Watcher is broken. If we can't turn in the main letter, I'm gonna have to run out to Orsinium, hand the letter to Gortwog, and then turn around and try and come back and turn in my letter again. If that doesn't work, I'm doing okay. I'm feeling a hell of a lot better than yesterday. I had some time to sit here and think about what I needed to do and the troubleshooting I needed to do. Because right now, the quest problem is Ancient Watcher. It's that quest that has caused all of the issues. So, it may turn into me having to do a lot of running back and forth, completing stuff I've already completed. That might turn out to be the issue, but I think it'll be okay. Hey, Scout. Welcome. I'm doing a lot better. You know, I've had some time, as I was just telling Diego, I've had some time to sit here and think about what needed to be accomplished. The Ancient Watcher really screwed the whole quest, but there might be some options around it. I'm heading to Daggerfall to see if I can turn in this letter. If I can turn in the letter, that's fine. Then there won't be... at least the main quest is salvageable when I can complete it. If I can't turn in the letter, I'm going to have to go to Gortwog, hand a letter to Gortwog, and be like, hey, here's your letter. And then head back and then turn in the letter that I already have in my inventory. So that could be it. Yeah, I might have to burn some time and then force the quest to start again for the ancient Watcher. Get rid of all the parchment quests, the parchment in my inventory for different letters. Grab the ancient Watcher and then try and do that again. So there's a couple of options I can take. It means it's going to take a little bit longer to finish out the game itself, but it's doable. Just it's going to take a lot of stuff. That's all. It's not going to be as easy as I thought it was going to be, or as straightforward. That whole Ancient Watcher thing really screwed it. That was the real big point and problem. As soon as that Ancient Watcher quest disappeared, that screwed a lot of it. I mean, the only other option to fix this is to go back to March's save file, which means I lose like almost 30 days worth of movement. That is the only other option to fix it. It's okay. I mean, it happens, you know. You get, when you get old games like this, stuff like this just happens. At least going across the ocean isn't too bad. I mean, it's kind of a slow process, but it's not crazy difficult. It takes a little longer than I would expect it to take, but a lot less than it normally would. If that makes sense. Have you considered using console commands to fix the quest? I have, and that's kind of... I was attempting to do it. I mean, I've actually used console commands here on stream to try and fix the quest, but it so far has not really fixed the quest. Hey, Esteban, how you doing? The issue is that when the Ancient Watcher deleted both the quest and the quest item, Warhammer 3 is a good game. I think Warhammer 3 is okay. I think, I don't know, I like Warhammer, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the Dawn of War stuff are pretty good, but Warhammer is alright. I think a lot of it has to do with fantasy versus 40k, and I'm much more a 40k player than a fantasy player. So that's kind of been the one thing I haven't enjoyed. Is, although I like Warhammer Fantasy, you know, I wouldn't play it. Too much of a time sink, same thing with 40k, too much of a money sink as well. But so, going back to the whole console, what quest are we on? I'm trying to hand the letter into Daggerfall. So, for anybody who is aware of the situation, my game kind of fucked itself here. The Ancient Watcher quest deleted the quest and the quest item. When I got to my objective, I found that out that they weren't there. So, I restarted the quest, went to the quest objective, person not there. So I couldn't do anything with that. So, I ended the quest, tried restarting the quest again, same problem. Added the quest items to my inventory, same problem. I did some file manipulation to remove some of the items that might have been conflicting, still the same issue. So, I am heading to Daggerfall to try and turn in the letter from Queen Minisera, or to Queen Minisera from Uriel Septim, to be like, hey, complete this quest. My troubleshooting options right now are, if the quest doesn't complete, it's because it recognizes that there is a letter to Ortswog in my inventory, and that's probably stopping it. So we're going to do two things. The first is I'm going to try and delete that letter to... I'm going to try and delete that letter so it recognizes, hey, alright, we'll catch you later. I'm going to try and delete the letter to see if it recognizes... Wait, I don't understand. Are you talking about the letter from the Emperor? Okay, so... Let me physically look at it to make it so you understand exactly what I'm looking at. The problem is, so this right here, letter, block of Majula and Sentinel. So, yeah, this right here is the quest that kind of screwed up. I can't do anything with it. I currently have this letter, even though I've turned this letter in, you guys watch me do it on stream, from Queen Mother to King Gorthrid of Daggerfall, right? So I've got this one that says, hey, I need to go ahead and turn this into the Orcish King. But I've already turned this in, right? So it has this letter. But I do have the letter from Uriel Septim that says, hey, the totem thing has been found, right? So this is the quest that this letter is what I need to turn into the Queen, right? But the problem is that I currently have this letter that she says to go turn into the Orc, which I've already turned in. But I couldn't have done that without grabbing this letter. So I have this letter, and I still have this letter, right? So, if I cannot turn in this letter, then my issue comes in that it's probably because this letter is in my inventory, which I'm going to have to try and delete to see if it solves my problem. If deleting it doesn't solve my problem, then I'm going to have to go all the way back to Orsinium, turn in this letter, to turn around to turn in this letter. If that doesn't solve my problem... And this is another one. Greetings, I hope you might be able to shed some light upon the recent events involving Lysandus. Which this should already be complete. I might have to get rid of both this and this. Because I shouldn't have either of these quest items in my inventory. So, we're going to have to delete this, and we're going to have to go ahead and delete this, because both of these are unnecessary. The letter that didn't get deleted is the one that you give to the orcs. No, it's not the letter, it's the quest item for the Blades quest. The problem was the Blades quest originally told me to go to Fearful Temple of RK, right? I went to Diakalon, got my cursed Daikatana, or got my cursed item, headed back, but then the item and the quest deleted itself somewhere along the way. So it completely took the quest out of my queue and screwed the entire game. Right? So, I got to the quest location, then realized everything was gone. I started the quest again, it told me to go to a different location. So I went to that location for the Agents of the Other King, seeing maybe I can go ahead and restart it. The quest lady wasn't there. So that's what started this whole problematic thing, is that the Ancient Watcher quest deleted itself. That's what's caused all my problems right now. And now I'm sitting on a lot of quest items that I shouldn't have in my inventory that I don't really need. Are you sure you didn't load a save from before getting the cursed weapon? I am absolutely sure. I am 100% sure. Here. I will even... Here's what we're gonna do. I'll even demonstrate this. The one that I had before this is Litter Dive. Necro's Soul was the one that I was working on from there. So, opening up Necro's Soul, opening up my inventory. I have letters of credit and stuff like that. I have two letters here, which is Prince Lotham, what's her name? I have this letter of Uriel Septim right here, right? But I do not have the cursed item that I'm supposed to get from Agents of the Other King. It's not here, not in my wagon. I couldn't remove them because they're a quest item anyway, so there's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, it's not here. I do have the letter from Uriel Septim, and if I check my quest log on this file... Have you tried force ending the quest with the letter that won't despawn? I have. I've already done all of these. I've done all of the troubleshooting things you guys are probably about to suggest. So, take the months to prepare to dust. I still don't have this in this file. And you never got to give the weapon back. No, I never got to give it back because the quest and the item both disappeared. That's the issue. So yeah, this is the quest that I currently still have. It should have said, hey, I've got the Underking, which I had both of them. Told me the three major powers, like, be if I am to investigate, okay. Asked me to retrieve a stolen letter, which is the one I already have. Ministera told me to go do the thing, which I'm already working on. Yeah, so I'm working on the pretext of this file itself has that. I mean, the worst, if worst comes to worst, I could work off of this file, go complete the thing, start up the Agents of the Underking quest again, see if I can go turn that in, and then just redo the Agents of the Underking quest. I mean, that's if worst comes to worst. But, in the meantime, we are going to keep working off of this one to see if maybe I can go ahead and solve some of my problem. Complete this, and then go back and do some file manipulation. You can discover Lysandras' tomb without the quest. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If I can't finish, like, walking over there, I mean, I know where it's at. I know exactly where King Lysandras' tomb. I've actually discovered it myself. It's like, I think this thing? Buckingham, Dancing Pub. Maybe this one? I accidentally walked into it once. Yeah, Lysandras' tomb. Yeah, I accidentally walked into it. A lot more ground because it bugged out. Yeah, I mean, sure, but I don't want to do the fast travel option, so this is what happens. If the quest bugs out, I still gotta do it regardless. But what I am hoping to do, I may have fucked this save file, which is why I have the old save file still there. Hey, Biscuit Buzzer. Because if you already have the dust, you may be able to continue. I do have the dust, but I don't have the quest. That's the problem. I have the dust strictly because I forced quest items into my inventory, to get stuff done. But the problem is, I have the dust in my inventory, but I also have the thing where she says when time has passed, I should visit her again. And in order for this to happen, I have to have Ancient Watcher done. It's becoming annoying. Yeah, it's extremely annoying because I have to try and figure out some workarounds here. But like I said, if I can turn this in, then it means that my game isn't completely fucked. It's just kind of fucked. But I need to have Ancient Watcher done in order to progress this, so that way I can go to the tomb and actually complete that quest. Or I could force start that quest and then figure out how that works from there. But either way, in order to figure out whether my game is completely fucked or not, I need to try and turn the letter in. If the letter goes in, then we'll try some other options. If the letter doesn't go in, then I will probably just load up that previous save. Go turn in my letter. Start the quest for Ancient Watcher again. Get a new letter. Go down to wherever they told me to go. Go complete that quest and run all the way back up to Yakalon and then run all the way back again. And then go chill at Belferia. So it's the difference between an extra 4 or 5 days being added to the completion of this. It's a pain in the ass, but I think it's doable. Just kind of a pain in the ass, that's all. Mainly, I just need to see how this quest reacts. Because if this quest doesn't, like... If this quest doesn't complete itself, then I'll have to start, you know, I'll lose a couple days of progress, but, you know, better than losing a month of progress. Yep. Don't worry, I am just as annoyed. I have been very annoyed at this whole thing, but I have troubleshooting options in place. I have ways to try and fix it, or at least complete it. Starting a new arc challenge for myself. I'm surviving 100 days, and if I die, the game is over. I'm on day 3, and you have 2,000... Parasaur has something... Oof. What? It's a big bummer? I don't think it's that big a bummer. I mean, sure it sucks, but this is kind of the pitfalls when you're playing old games that have these kind of issues. It's not... Daggerfall is not considered one of the buggiest games for no reason. Also, if you're on day 3 and you have 2026, I feel like you have a massive, like... You're not using any, like... You're not using 1x, I assume. I mean, no judgment either way, I'm just asking. Okay, these freaking music. That is such an aggressive harp. It's invasive. Invasive harp. But yeah, I'm doing alright. Also, for any of you guys who play Tiny Tina's Wonderland at all, I'm also currently in the process of working on a giant spell list. I have a giant Excel document that I've kind of been compiling prefixes, suffixes, the spells themselves, the companies, their interactions, and stuff like that, and my personal notes. So, yeah. Let me know if you do, because I could use some help on the process, because it's kind of a pain, just doing everything myself and testing it all. I've been looking for a good survival game. I might give Ark a try. I would consider Ark probably one of my top survival games ever. Having spent a year playing Ark really taught me that it is one of the greatest survival games made. It has everything from a typical survival game. Just to be sure, isn't it better to save, use fast travel to see if your plan works, then load and go walking, so you don't run for hours for nothing? Well, my plan right now is, if this doesn't work, I'm going to load the previous save from, like, 3 days ago. The one right after I lost all my material, but before I started doing a massive amount of file manipulation to try and fix it. So that way, I can go ahead and start the quest, see if I can go ahead and talk to the lady, and then see if I can talk to the lady, and then, you know, regardless, I'm not gonna fast travel, even if it does it. I mean, going through Sentinel isn't too hard. It takes maybe about an hour to get, I think, from any one place to any other place in Sentinel. And sure, it is an hour of, quote, wasted time, but I still don't want to fast travel. But I see where you're coming from. And yes, that would be the best option to go ahead and do it. That's how you get a 220. Found a 145, 266, then I found the Explorer's Note. Kill a whole bunch of... Ah, okay. Okay, cool. That sounds nice. What I would... Yeah, Scout, if you're looking... So, Ark has everything about a survival game that I enjoy. A lot of resource management, a lot of, like, learning curves, having to learn how to play the actual game, mixed with the ability to use tames, which can make your life easier, and along with the ability to go ahead and breed babies of tames to get stronger, you know, companions over the course of the game. It's everything I love about survival games with added benefits. The problem with Ark is once you start playing Ark, you don't play other games. Ark is one of those games where you just play Ark and that's it. Yeah, but if you just load afterwards, your fast travel didn't really exist. It was just to check if your plan works. Does the percentage... Chad Segan, does the percentage raise from 54 to 58? What do you mean? Are you talking about on, like, the top there? About the whole get monetized? I think it raises 1% every time somebody actually subs in. I do a lot of manual updates on it just to ensure that it doesn't, one, it doesn't get abused, and two, it's just under what my actual It's just under what it actually shows on my page. Just that way I don't have any issues with it or stuff like that. So it's 1% because it's 1,000. So that number you're seeing on the left-hand side is the number of subscribers, and then it'll go, I think, 58.5 afterwards. So it's 0.1% for every sub. At least, like, anybody who has a public, you know, subscription, if your subscriptions aren't public, it doesn't register because Streamlabs OBS has issues interfacing with YouTube properly. But if you do sub to the channel and it sticks around for a couple days and stuff, and you don't unsub just to watch the number go up or something, then I just manually do the updates on it. I take my subscribers and regulars very seriously, so when people come to the channel and they do sub, I do my best to not only remember who they are, but also interact with everybody who comes here, so. I tell everybody who is a regular on the channel, I want to talk to as many people as I can while I am capable of doing it, because if my channel ever does get big, I don't want people to think that I don't care about you guys. I may just not be able to answer these things. So I'm interacting with my community as much as I possibly can. Oh, hold on, Biscuit Buzzer, did you ask something? Oh, you're walking home right now. Okay. Should I get Ark with all the DLCs, or is the base game fine? Which one is even the base game? Ark Survival Evolved is the base game, and what I would do is I would get Ark as the base game first to see if you like it. I will tell you that Ubisoft made the Settlers. The Settlers? I don't know what that is. I would say get Ark as base game. See if you like it, because there are a bunch of expansions. There's the island, which is the first thing you play on, and Ark as a base game actually has a bunch of free maps, so you can play on the island, you can play on Ragnarok, Velguero, I think Lost Island, which is a new map that just came out, and I think Fjordor releases in June. And then there's the Center and Crystal Isles as well. So you've got a good 7 maps to well, 6 maps now, but 7 maps to choose from in June. I asked myself the last time I watched. When the hell was that? That must have definitely been like back in the Ark days. Hold on. When did Ubisoft release the Settlers? Announcing it was on its way to, that's in 2022, on the 17th of March. Was scheduled to release on 2019, but was refunded. Announced the game will be returning at a later date. So did you come back on like the release, the re-release, or what there? Because if you came in here recently, I do apologize. I've been having a lot of issues with my game, so I've been a little forgetful, and my Streamlabs has also had issues, so I do apologize if I don't seem like I don't recognize you or anything else if you have popped in here before. That's my fault. I usually write a lot of the new people who come in down on a notebook until I recognize them on site. But we've done some cleaning recently, and I don't know where that notebook is. I mean, hell, I'm just writing stuff down on napkins anytime you guys mention stuff to me now. Because I can't find my notebook at the moment. But yeah, so Scout, get Ark's base game first. See if you like it. I like to... Anything that you can get on Scorched Earth, which is the first expansion, can be gotten on Ragnarok. So you might be able to completely avoid going to Scorched Earth or even needing that. Aberration is my personal favorite expansion. It's not for everybody, but I would consider it a pain in the ass. How I like to put it is that the first expansion, the actual base game of Ark, teaches you really how to play the game. Scorched Earth teaches you how to deal with environmental hazards. And playing at a certain pace, at restricted stuff. Aberration, which is the third one, teaches you about reliance on tames and inventory management. So you really have to learn how to deal with your inventory and functionally be able to play with minimal resources. And also not be so tech reliant, because Element there is a pain in the ass to use or to get. Extinction teaches you how to properly breed your dinosaurs. And how to look for stats and mutations and stuff like that. Genesis gives you a lot of commodity stuff. Genesis is more of an ease of... What's it called? It's more of a lot of quality of life introductions. Scorched Earth for me is literal hell to start out on. Oh, I remember. Scorched Earth was a pain, but I think Aberration by far is the hardest start. Aberration by far, I believe, is the hardest start expansion. It's my favorite, though. It kicked my ass every step of the way. It was a pain. I hated it. And then I started to love it, because it has a lot of restrictions, but it really makes you cherish your small victories. You know, get it going down into the radiation and grabbing your first Drake egg is like a thrill. And the first time you finally set up a base, or the first time you run into hallucinogenic mushrooms, you're just like, oh fuck, everything sucks. Or the first time you think you've got everything done, and then you run into freezing mushrooms, and you're like, shit, what the heck, what is this new fresh hell? So, I really loved Aberration. What's the game's publisher? Bethesda? Of this? So, what I'm playing right now is Elder Scrolls. So, yes, the game's publisher is Bethesda. And that's why I'm having issues. If you're talking about Ark, the game's publisher is Wildcard. Which they only run 2 games. I guess 3 if you count Pixar. But they only run 3 games. Pixar, which, you know, kind of defunct, nobody plays it. The Ark itself, and then Atlas, which I don't know if Atlas is going to survive, to be frank. I don't even know if it's still getting support, to be honest, so I guess Ark is really their main game. You can assume that Ark is really what they do. When you didn't see the Basilisk hit it under the ground and die to it, yeah, like, Aberration taught me so many new skills. It taught me to really pay attention to my surroundings. It taught me how to deal with... Have you tried Valheim? It taught me how to really deal with, what's it called? Deal with environmental hazards. It taught me how to really rely on my tames. So, Aberration taught me a lot of skills that I carried forward to every other thing. Let's see, have you tried Valheim or the Forest? I have tried the Forest. I think it's okay. But the Forest kind of forces you forward. The Forest is not a survival game that you just play infinitely. The Forest is a survival game that you play with the intent to finish it. I feel like it's too short. That's the one problem I have with the Forest. Minecraft is too infinite, if that makes sense. Sure, you can do everything, but once you've done everything, what else is there to do? Unless you want to do something very complicated, and at which point you may as well go on to something like, you know, Space Engineer or something, rather than going into Minecraft. Move on to a bigger, more complex system, rather than sticking with Minecraft. I've never played survival games other than Fallout 4 Survival. I think you would enjoy Ark. Bought a lot of published games. Looks like that path leads into a cave. What? Oh, were you talking about, like, survival games in general? I'm... Because, like, I think if... That's why I try and tell people, if you want to see if you really like Ark, they both really look good. I mean, whichever you think is fine. You know, I can't really speak for Valheim as I've never played it. I hear a lot of good things about it. But I did literally spend an entire year in Ark every single day. So I am still very fresh in Ark, and I remember every instance. A 130 PT? That is excellent. You can knock it out. That'll carry you pretty much everywhere. I think that's, I assume you're still on arrows, so it should be 3 trank arrows to the head. I wouldn't try and shoot it in the body. I think trank arrows to the head would be a big one. I think you would need 1 in the head, 2 in body, or maybe 1 in head, 3 in body, but at that point you're right on the edge of killing it, so... looks like cave drawings. Nice. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think it should have been 2 on head for trank arrows. The graphics looks like cave drawings. I mean, it's an old game. It came out in '96. What do you expect? I mean, it's the second game in the Elder Scrolls series. Arena was first, which you had even worse graphics. And then yeah, and then Daggerfall, which is the second. Daggerfall just takes forever because of how big it is. I mean, it's the size of the UK. And that's not an exaggeration. It might be a little smaller than the size of the UK, but it is the size. It's huge. You're leaning towards Ark. Ark has very beautiful music, but I will tell you that Ark is frustrating. The only advice that I can really give you, do not let your deaths discourage you. You're going to die. You're going to die a lot. And in the beginning, you're gonna die a lot and lose a lot of, like, progress and items. Don't let it discourage you. It's just one of those things. Also, if I may suggest, if you do end up getting Ark, just try and enjoy it. Don't worry too much about dying. Get familiar with the mechanics before you worry about doing anything too crazy. It took us a while to go ahead and branch out. Doing stuff, and I mean, when it came down to it, I think we didn't even know about some of the dangers that lurked in, like, so we went to go get an Ankylosaurus, like, in the very beginning of the game. We had gotten ourselves a Therizino, and we had taken the Therizino on a raft from our thing all the way out to the open ocean. Well, you will get... What? What in the fuck? What does that even mean? Are you wishing malaria on me? Is that what's happening? Jeez. didn't think I said that much bad stuff to, like, get the malaria wished on me. So I did find out something interesting. If you do see those glowing eyes in the dark, if you pull out a torch, you won't die. Apparently, Trudons are afraid of torches. So that was a really cool thing to know. I think our little Chad boy there might have unsubbed because my numbers went down immediately after he left, so I think that might have been a thing. No big deal. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, that's basically how it is. If you don't like it, don't stay. So I always, you know, my channel isn't for everybody. Yeah, I really enjoyed Ark. It is frustrating, the music is beautiful, the environments are beautiful, but it is very frustrating. And learning the mechanics takes a while. I think with the amount of time that I put into it, I have a lot of experience that many players have not had. I know how to do everything the game has to offer, minus a few things with breeding that I'm still unfamiliar about. And in traps and stuff, because I don't play PvP, so I'm not familiar with a lot of the mechanics of, like, how to properly build, like, traps and stuff that use pressure plates, so I don't know how to use those because I never did. Another tip, avoid swamps. Avoid swamps until you are ready. Yeah. I actually built on the very edge of the swamp, so I had the opportunity to test out, like, how swamps work and what popped up in swamps and everything else. I will say, like, there are some good things that I really like in Ark, such as, I think everyone's first tame really should be the Moss Chops. I'm not your baby, but hello, British Bean. Welcome. Is Ark better played online or single player fine? Both are good options. I mean, playing single player is just as fine as playing online. You know, British Bean, I'm not going to indulge you here. I see what you're doing. I don't know, either one's fine. There's no problem with it one way or the other. Because I know that you're trying to go ahead and ambush my chat. I realize what's happening, and I'm not going to let you go ahead and ambush my chat. I know what you're doing. I've dealt with this before. You are not the first person to come in here to do this. If you wouldn't go up to a stranger and ask them what they smell like, then why would you do it to me? But yeah, I think either one is fine. I played it online on Official. So for me it was a very, like, interesting experience. Everybody told me that Official is the worst way to go ahead and play it. Where's Luft? She'll put a stop. Luft's currently at work, you know, but it's fine. Rocks found in rivers give decent amounts of metal. Yeah, that's true. If you find, like, if you go into, like, rocks, they're, like, round, smooth rocks in water, and those tend to go... So show respect. You come into my channel and then expect me to go ahead and follow your rules when you can't even follow my basic rules when I asked you to know. I think this is the other way around. I'm not going to indulge you, as I've said. I am an 18+ channel. If you don't like my rules, go find another channel. Simple as that. Anybody who's been here long enough knows that I don't put up with the bullshit. And I'm not going to go ahead and indulge people. So, don't like my channel? Go find another one. YouTube states that you have to go ahead and treat disabilities with respect. YouTube also states that you can't go ahead and harass someone either. I know the rules very well. I've had to go ahead and learn them because I've dealt with channels before. Please do not go ahead and do this. British Bean, I'm going to ask you in the official capacity to please stop harassing me on my channel, and if you cannot, then I'm going to consider you as violation of YouTube's terms of service and community standard guidelines, and I'm just going to go ahead and report your channel. I'm just going to let you know that now. And since this is on my stream here, if you want to go ahead and do this to me, I'm going to go ahead and consider this as my thing. And since I've already stated this before you did, I'm just going to let you know. If you feel as though you have to report my channel for something like that, then that is all within your stuff. Alright, here we go. See, this is why I don't indulge. Anyway, that's done. Now I can move on with my life here. Now that this has turned into a big thing. Alright, yep, it's already done. I'm going to assume I'm going to be getting a slew of people, a slew of random accounts coming in here today to harass. So I'm just going to let you guys know that today is probably going to be one of those days that a bunch of people come in here to harass me. Usually when it's one time and it happens one time, it happens a whole bunch of times. So I just want to give you guys the heads up and the warning. It tends to either be the same person using multiple accounts, or it tends to go ahead and be multiple people coming in to do a harassment slew. So... You should get another mod, ease that responsibility off your shoulders when Luft ain't here. Yeah, but the problem is that there's nobody that... The issue is that, sure, I could have moderators and stuff that deal with it. The reason that Luft helps me with the moderation is because we know each other, and at the end of the day, it's hard to really trust somebody to moderate the channel who isn't just going to, because I don't know anybody. I don't exactly know all of you. At the end of the day, you guys don't know me, I don't know you. I try my best to be as forthcoming and just open and honest with people as possible, but... The PT tamed up. 130, that means it should have come out like a 196 or something? Let me check. I think I might actually... PT, Turnodon, level 130. And I assume you're berry taming it, so... Oh, yeah, berry... If you would have done kibble taming, would have been there, so... I assume as a berry tame, maybe 180 something? Or, not berry tame, raw meat. 190, okay, cool. Sorry you gotta deal with them. I'm used to it. You know, trolls are nothing new to the channel. It happens all the time. Totally understand these, or you do the trolls. It is what it is. Hey, I'm just glad people show up at all, frankly. That's really what matters. What I am currently hoping is that when I get to the end of this, I can actually turn in my letter, and then we'll see how that goes from there. Because if I can turn in my letter and delete my Lich Dust, then it's fine. And if not, then I'm gonna have to load up the previous save. Basically, I lose 3 days worth of stuff in time. But I may have a better chance at fixing my game. So I'll have to go ahead and like start the quest, get my letter, go over to the place, see if they're there. And then if they're not there, I don't know what to do. If they're not at the quest location they said that they're going to be at, then I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. See, the one thing that I've noticed is that whenever I push my way into a new fandom, such as, like, last time I had Ark, and this time it's Elder Scrolls, anytime I push into a new fandom, what ends up happening is I get people from the fandom who don't appreciate that I am imposing upon their fandom, coming in and they want to go ahead and be acknowledged, or they want their thing permanently, you know, emblazoned upon my channel. And I mean, that's fine, I get it. But if you want to do that, why not just talk? Why not just participate in the rest of the community rather than trying to go ahead and disrupt everything? That's what I don't understand. You know? Especially, like, Ark was really difficult because I enjoyed the community and I loved everything it had to offer. But then, like, I had all kinds of issues, like people Bronto bombing on babies, or people coming into our bases and doing stuff. Or, you know, people trying to go ahead and literally disrupt everything we're doing. And then me having to go out of my way, and then they'd start a whole dislike war on my channel and everything. I'm just like, guys, why? What's the point of this? It makes no sense. So, yeah. Daggerfall is a very small community, it isn't toxic. It's not Daggerfall, it's Elder Scrolls. the Elder Scrolls community. And it's mainly the Skyrim community that I've noticed tends to be like this. Not that everyone is, but a lot of the Skyrim community tends to really dislike anybody who's coming in from the bottom, or who's coming in from different communities in. And it tends to be the Skyrim community that causes a lot of the issues. Like I said, it's not a generalization, it's just what I've noticed, that's all. Because a lot of people who tend to have played Skyrim as their first game, either it was their introduction into the series because they never... What happened while you were gone? Nothing, just trolls as usual. You know how it is, the pumpkin. You've been here before. You've been here long enough to see them. But yeah, just, it happens. It happens in every community, I've noticed. Whether it's the speedrunning community to, you know, heavy survival to PvP, everything. Finds all kinds of people in all kinds of places, so... But yeah, from what I've noticed, it's unfortunate because it seems like the Skyrim community isn't as cohesive as a lot of the other communities that I've seen. When you come into small niche environments... welcome back. Yeah, I figured you were back when you typed what happened while I was gone. When you come into small niche environments such as Ark, or any type of game that has a small-ish following or even largish following, especially as a newcomer and you're doing things that other people don't like or haven't done or stuff like that, you tend to get issues like that. You know, it's one of those big things that it's hard to get into Magic the Gathering because you have a lot of elitists, who, if you're not playing meta decks, or if you're trying to go ahead and play certain formats, or, you know, if you're discovering the wonders of the game, everybody just comes in and they're gonna ass blast you back to, like, 1995 kind of thing. And you get used to it. I guess for anybody out there who is trying to go ahead and get into this thing, or trying to go ahead and start YouTubing or just streaming in general, I have to give you the advice that you have to have kind of thick skin. You can't let the things that people say get to you. And you can't let, like, little things get under your skin. If you do, it just causes problems for you in the long run. It's okay. You're fine. It's already done. Resolved what I could. And you do play... Yeah, Ark is very... Like I said, and that's why I give people who are new to Ark, I give them the advice, do not worry so much about dying. You're going to die a lot. That's just the nature of Ark. The death mechanic should be used as a way to learn how to play the game, as well as learn what to avoid and how to avoid it. So don't worry too much about, have you messed around in Tiny Tina's Wonderland yet? I absolutely have. I'm in the process of creating a spell sheet right now of, how the different brands interact with each of the spells, plus how each of those spells interact with the prefixes and suffixes. I didn't see that there was one available, so I just started working on one myself. I found really interesting interactions. Like, the branding really does change how the spell interacts. Such as an eruption from Miraculum, which is self-casting, which creates an explosion around you, versus an eruption from, like, Arcan or Conjura or, you know, Wordweaver, which are, you know, repeated or single spell high damage, or having to go ahead and charge your spell beforehand. Like, there's some interesting synergies. Yeah, absolutely. I have found that Quaking itself is a very unique prefix. Quaking changes from spell to spell, such as a Quaking Sunder creates a second fissure on the ground that goes through the first one, whereas a Quaking Eruption causes a secondary explosion after the first one. I mean, Quaking, it's a recast, reverberation, copy spell, whatever you want to call it. But it has very different interactions based on the spell it's attached to. So there's some pretty interesting stuff in there. I think most people, the rude people, are gone. I assume. I think it's alright. If you like Borderlands, I think you'll like Tiny Tina's Wonderland. If you're not a big fan of Borderlands, then I don't think you'll like Tiny Tina's Wonderland. It's pretty much that simple. Alright, I'll catch you later, hon. See you after off. If you liked Assault on Dragon Keep from Borderlands, you'll go nuts over Wonderland. Yeah, and that's one of those things. I mean, it's good. It definitely feels shorter than some of the other Borderlands games, but nonetheless, it does feel like a complete game. The end game is basically just loot chasing, so yeah, overall the game's pretty good. I feel like it's worth the price tag, but I also feel like I'm gonna put a lot of time into it. So that's just me. In comparison to how much time I've put into Elden Ring, I would say I feel like Elden Ring was a better time to money investment. But that's because I love challenging content. Tiny Tina's Wonderland was challenging, but it was challenging in more of a frustrating way, where, like, some of those boss fights, you're doing boss fights, and then, like, you try and get into it, and then you fail right near the close to the end of the boss fight, and then it just resets the boss fight. So I think some of those were really frustrating. I think I also went in under, like, I think I went in 2 levels under most of my things anyway. But yeah, the game itself wasn't too bad. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I completed the main storyline. I think I am officially towards Chaos, but I haven't completed it yet, because I'm just knocking out a bunch of side quests and stuff first. But yeah, overall I'm enjoying the game. I am really enjoying, make sure you have bears in your inventory to steal from you because they steal them first. I have definitely had the ickies, the steely birds, grab cryopods out of my freaking inventory. That's the worst. I've definitely had them eat a cryopod. I think it was either containing a boss Rex or a Giga. But it was something good that I didn't want gone. Yeah, you're gonna find most of my fan base comes from the art community, so if you ever have any questions, ask them. They're the people who know it. I really love Ark. I still think about it quite often. It's such a good game. Yeah, and they're constantly adding new stuff and working on patches. You'll find that Ark does have its fair share of glitches, so I do want to warn you ahead of time that you're gonna find glitches here and there, and they're gonna be, some of them will be game ruining, but not game breaking, and some of them will just be upsetting, and some of them will be phenomenal, and you'll love them. But, yeah. Ark wouldn't be Ark without some of its glitches, I think. So I'm sure I'll be fine with the glitches. I hope you are. Like I said, some of them are game breaking, but most of them are okay. Well, some of them are game ruining. I wouldn't say game breaking, but most of them are okay. Oh, where are we? Hey, we're actually closing in on the shores of Daggerfall. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things is, taming is such a big mechanic in Ark, and it's something that you have to get used to. You have to get used to being able to tame certain creatures and dealing with how some creatures are temperamental and learning that some creatures are going to wake up faster than others. Such as, like, the first time you tame a Therizino, which it's the big things with the large claws. They kind of look like chickens with Wolverine claws. You'll hear a lot of people refer to them as tickle chickens. But yeah, it takes a long time to tame. You're gonna be sitting there for a long time when you tame your first one. I personally feel like moss chops, if you find a moss chops, which we call them beach lizards, or I call them a beach lizard, I know that Luft does too. Therizinos are good for carrots. I mean, hell, Therizinos are good for everything. I mean, they attack, they protect, and, you know, they use their little fingies to go ahead and get a lot of berries and stuff. Therizinos are just overall a very good dinosaur. It's pretty good utility. You can use it as a bosser. You could use it to go ahead and harvest stuff. Yeah, Therizinos fill a very interesting niche. So we should be arriving at the shoreline sometime soon, I think. And then we'll see if this quest is actually completely glitched or not. And then we'll see if I'm gonna lose 3 days worth of progress. I think I'm just gonna be focused mostly on building. That looks really fun. Yeah, the building is fun, but you're going to want to get yourself some dinosaurs just to keep yourself safe. At the very minimum, get yourself a good Dilo army. They're the, you know, the little spitter things. And get yourself a parasaur. Parasaurs are a lot stronger than people make them out to be, and they're also really good at detecting when animals are on their way to you and stuff like that. Funny how they eat berries. They look like carnivores. Yeah, it's in terms of archaeology, the Therizino's are quite an interesting dinosaur. Aaron Longstaff for ticks on tricks at first look. The Therizino, if I'm not mistaken, was originally discovered in China. I believe it was misidentified as a different type of dinosaur, and then eventually became the Therizino archetype. So anything that was found in that particular genus became known as the Therizinosaur. So yeah, they theorize based on its teeth and stuff like that it must have been a berry eater. And that the claws were more for, like how you have dinosaurs, or like how you have animals that have long fingers and nails, to be able to reach into, like, tree trunks and stuff to pull out insects. So they theorized that it had these long claws to be able to go ahead and cut off large swaths of thing, or to be able to bat at trees to push off berries and stuff like that. But they could also use the claws as protection for themselves. For anybody who's just coming in, we're just talking Ark. But welcome. Nice to see you guys. Hey, Lily! Welcome back. How are you doing? You're such a welcome face. We start talking about Ark and then you come back. You guys remember the OG Ark on old Xbox? I, unfortunately, I do not. I didn't even, own an Xbox. My first thing, I had the choice between getting a PlayStation and an Xbox, and my uncle had gone out of his way to get an Xbox, but I wanted a PlayStation, so my dad got a PlayStation. And I know the Xbox was the next big thing and everybody wanted one, but I don't know, it just didn't feel the same. I enjoyed the system. I didn't like the control that much, but it didn't have the games that really appealed to me. How long have you been traveling these seas? I mean, probably about an hour and... roughly about an hour and a half I've been running. I'm almost to shore, so I should be fine. But right now I'm dealing with a really big issue that my game might be completely bonked. And I'm traveling over to see... I'm traveling over to see if I can try and fix this, or if some of the main quests is still viable, and that way I can fix some of the stuff. You play it all the time, nothing like the new Ark, I can imagine. I'm sure they are completely unrelated. Thanks, a little under the weather. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lily. I hope that you feel better. Yeah, Luft and I have, we've been on and off. We haven't exactly been feeling the greatest ourselves here, but... I'm doing okay myself. Luft is doing great as well. You felt the Ark chat vibes, and here you are. I guess so. You felt a disturbance in the fabric of Ark space, and you had to come over to see who it was. But honestly, it's glad to have you here. Hey, welcome back, Biscuit Buzzer. We were just discussing Ark stuff. I still haven't made it to shore, but I should be there within, I don't know, half an hour, I think. My bad, I was thinking of Turok all the way back. Had similar vibes. Yeah, I can see that. Turok is basically just, survival version. Ark is basically just Turok with survival. I'm glad I can make it in. I hardly get much time now that I'm back to work. Yeah, I understand that. Our work is still working on transitioning. I think we have like a 50% capacity in the office. But because I don't serve as many functions as a lot of the other people on the team. I mean, I mainly do reports and stuff, and I can do that from wherever. I don't have to pop in the office as many times as they do. Did you see the Andrew Sarkis, or whatever it is? Absolutely, the War Pig looks awesome. You know, I wonder how long it's going to be until someone runs full War Pigs. You know, you have a whole bunch of people running War Pigs, and then you have a bunch of people on Daedons, so you have healers and aggro. Man, if they keep introducing a bunch of pigs, you're gonna have a whole bunch of people just running around in tribes of war pigs. That would be hilarious.
Suddenly we were there, and then all the people at once. They heard the thundering footsteps. The walls started shaking. Our flasks, they started sloshing about, and then suddenly we heard them. The great squeal of war. Out in the distance, we felt the miniguns getting ready. The riders all pulling back, and then the great squeal of war was upon us. Bodies slamming into walls, miniguns going everywhere. Daedons screeching their heel screeches.
I can totally imagine that scene. Alpha tribes getting invaded by giant, like, groups of minigun wielding pigs, and then they're trying to go ahead and target the healers in the middle of it, but they had to work. Oh man, I could absolutely see that. That would be great. Nice accent, spot on. It's just how I kind of picture it. What was that accent, Azon? I have no idea what the fuck that accent was. Probably a mix somewhere between Australian, New Zealand, and I don't fucking know how to accent properly. But it's the kind of accent that I think of, like, mercenary veterans who are out in war. Whenever I think of a mercenary out there, I always think of them as like some foreign mercenary who comes in and they're like,
"Hey, can you go ahead and show me where the latrine is?"
You know, kind of thing. It's just how I picture the mercenary. He said war pigs, and I thought of Aussie. Yeah, that's what you do. You start a clan called Black Sabbath, and then you go ahead and all you do is collect pigs. You collect a whole bunch of Daedons and Andrew Sarkis? Andrew Sarkis? Yeah, Andrew Sarkis. So you get those things together, and then you have, like, minigun-wielding pigs with your healing pigs. You suck at accents? Accents are... they can be a little difficult. Oh, girl, you're gonna ask me to play with your pig? I wish I could play with the pig. I'm gonna need you to grab the pig if you're gonna want me to... That's funny. I just realized I've been saying pig this whole time, because I'm talking about the war pigs and stuff in Ark, and she went over and booped her pig, so I think she recognizes the word pig now, and associates it with that thing. That's so cute. You're such a smart dog. No, I love my dog. She's wonderful. Okay, when we get there, we're still gonna have a bit we have to run. So we still have to go from here, and I think... where is it? Right here? Yeah, so we'll still have maybe about a 20-minute-ish run. But it shouldn't be too bad. She's such a wonderful dog. Like, she's starting to really show some of her age. She's got more white on her face and everything, and I'm feeling really sad because I've had her for so long. I've had my dog for so long, and I don't really know what I would do without her. Can't wait to have a pet dino. I think everybody has a pet dino. I think most people's, like, pet dino tends to be either a Lystrosaur or a Dilo or a Mosschops. Some people do keep pet dodos. So are mine. They're getting on now. It's sad. Yeah, I mean, like, I never pictured myself really getting attached to an animal. Like, because I never really pictured myself having pets, frankly. It was just, I don't know, when I got her, you know, she was a stray, and I took her in, and, like, I gave her the surgery to make sure she could still keep living, and she has just been a wonderful dog. Like, you have to excuse me, I'm getting a little emotional about it, because I've never really, like I said, I've never really had that kind of attachment to an animal and everything, but she's such a good dog. I love her to death. When she passes, it's probably going to be a very hard day for me. Sorry, guys. Thinking about my dog passing away is getting me emotional, that's all. Anyway, how about that ocean? Another thing is, Ark, if you get too cold, your bones start to break. So, oh yeah, if your health gets too low, your bones will break. Well, if you tame a dodo, only tame a female for egg laying. I'd have to agree with that. If you tame a male, they'll lay eggs faster. So if you get one male and a bunch of females, they'll just make more eggs. She's got more time to boot that pig. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, and it's pretty good. What I would do is get yourself a few dodos for eggs. And then whenever they lay an egg, you can just keep a few of them in your inventory. Don't keep too many, because eggs are heavy. But use them as, like, an emergency food supply. They're pretty good. They'll keep you going for a long time. Also, hello to any of my Twitch fellows out there. I can't exactly see you guys unless you talk. Because I have my multi-stream up for Twitch and YouTube. But if you feel like joining in the conversation, feel free. 18+ channel, but I really don't care. As long as you want to talk, or whatever you want to talk about, have at it. We're good for it. Currently playing another mod because I love dying. What mod are you playing now? You're on Twitch too? Yep. So I took a look at the Twitch affiliateship program, and I don't think I'm going to affiliate. As much as I would love to affiliate with Twitch, the problem comes in after I looked at the affiliateship terms of service and community stuff. They own my stuff for 24 hours, and I wouldn't be able to broadcast multi-stream on both Twitch and YouTube. I would then have to exclusively broadcast on Twitch, and then port my stuff over to YouTube. Which is, I mean, it's okay, but, like, YouTube helped me build my brand. I can't, like, abandon my people. I mean, I'm still going to broadcast on Twitch, so if anybody on Twitch feels like supporting the channel, check out my YouTube channel. That's mainly where I go. But I have no issue interacting with my Twitch fan base, so feel free to use whatever platform you really want. Just know that there are some things that I won't be able to do on Twitch because I won't affiliate, because Twitch's terms of service is a little too strict for me. Losing pets is tough. I lost both my previous pets unexpectedly while they were still fairly young. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I can only assume it would be, like, I remember losing my grandmother. That was pretty devastating feeling. So I hope that it's not the same kind of feeling, but I'm sure it will be. The Genesis Reborn is pretty tough. I like the challenge. It's a bit restrictive, but yeah, you choose it. Azonavox, or is it different? Yeah, it's the same thing. If you're ever looking for me across platforms, Azonavox is where it's at. You will find me on that. Alright, can't fast travel when enemies are nearby. What? Oh shit! I didn't even see you! Shh. Okay, cool. There's still another enemy? Oh, no shit, there is. Wow. I immediately land on shore and they're just waiting for me. Alright, so... it's hard, but trust me, losing a human is way worse. Lost my grandmother. Good friend, I also think about them. Yeah, I can imagine. New Fazbear and friends? Forgot my trust password. Oh no. The double swimmers around this. Also, like, for anybody who doesn't know, I do some of my off content on Twitch, so if you're ever looking for stuff that is, I feel, somewhat bad... Oh no. Am I poisoned? I sure am. Let me get to shore real quick, so I can fix this problem. Oh, I can't fix this problem. Hold on, let me see what my last load was. Hopefully it's not in the ocean. Ah, fuck! It is in the ocean. Alright. Well, let's see if, rest for an hour. You wake up. Jeez, you see all those... See all those things right now? I'm poisoned. Status effect failed. Status effect failed. There we go. Did that fix it? Hey, I'm healthy now. All worked. Perfect. You feel somewhat bad every day? I know, it's just telling me what I already know. You must feel really, really... Poison in this game is overkill. Like, it's like, hey, you're poisoned, and then it's like, hey, you're poisoned. Hey, you're poisoned. Hey, you're poisoned. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. And it's just constantly, it's like a little whisper in the back of your ear that's just going off consistently. Poison in this game has no chill whatsoever. Alright, yeah, we're gonna be heading northwest, and then we'll correct out west when we get close enough. Listen. Listen, you're poisoned. Hey, hey! I love this game sometimes, because it definitely shows its age, but at the same time, like, I hate some of the things this game does. Okay. So, we should be able to travel for about 10 minutes, roughly, in this direction, and maybe 15, and it should get us to the point where I can correct to go directly west, and then we'll head to Daggerfall from there. I'm really hoping, because if this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to load a 3-day-old save. If this doesn't work, I'll have to load a 3-day save. classics are unforgiving. Oh yeah, they sure are. They sure are. Do all kinds of stuff that I don't like. So, yeah, if I'm forced to load a 3-day-old save, I mean, I'll miss a lot of stuff, but I'll take that over completely screwing my game. So we will see. Load that 3-day-old save, Azon. It's the way. I have to see if I can salvage this first. I have to see if I can salvage my situation first. If this quest functions, then it's salvageable, and I'm just gonna need to do some file manipulation to remove some stuff from my inventory to try and force the quest to complete. Or move on to the next quest location, or I'm gonna have to go in and flag some of these quests as complete, which is the one that I literally went through the whole effort to do. The problem is that it gave me the quest. I went and got the item for the quest, went to the dungeons that I needed to go to, got the item, did another dungeon while I was on my way, went back to go turn in my completion for that dungeon, and then it had deleted both my item and it had deleted the quest from my log. So that's my problem. My problem is I'm trying to go ahead and recover from the game deleting my quest for some reason, even though I had more than ample time to complete it. And there's no save that I have that still has the quest items. Yeah. It's just a matter of convenience, you know. I do think I'm gonna have to do a lot of file manipulation to fix the problem here. But I am still going to just run from one place to the other. It looks like what happens is there's a lot of issues with loading particular saves. Sometimes when you load certain save data, and it happened to the Necromancer's quest, according to some people, that when you loaded your save and you had the Necromancer's item in your inventory and you had the soul that you had to carry back to the Necromancer, it had the chance of deleting the soul and the item just being an inert item, and you not being able to go ahead and complete the quest anymore. So, one of those things that I think this might be kind of the same issue. Learning to play Four Fingers on phone right now. Man, it's difficult. Learning to play Four Finger. Like guitar? Oh, you're talking like, you're talking Call of Duty, aren't you? Because I think four finger claw is a method to play first person shooters. Okay, yeah. I'm a little familiar with it. That's why I asked. I was like, four finger. You're either talking about guitar frets or you're talking about something else. But I wanted to make sure first. Also, Lily, thanks for the follow on Twitch. I know that it's there. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge it. I do appreciate it. It does still help the channel grow, so thanks for that. All right, let's see. Yeah, we can course correct west now. Two fingers mostly. Yeah, it's funny because that four finger claw motion is actually how I play Elden Ring. It's also how I play Path. I have my middle finger and my ring finger are on my trigger controls, and my index fingers are on my actual buttons and D-pad with my thumbs on my thing, and my pinkies are what's holding everything up on the actual control. So yeah, it looks really weird when I'm playing certain games on control, but I definitely understand it. Having to reposition a lot of your stuff just to be able to do certain things, it makes it worth it. Better control, better positioning. And to take a phone call, I miss anything? Nope, just talking about four finger claw positions on phones and controllers. How do you go ahead and play your games? Because there are certain games that I completely change the way that I hold it. Like fighting games, I tend to have the regular positioning and everything else. I don't do that whole, like, you know, three claw right with the two on the back so you can use your stuff. Which you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Using your thumb, your index, and your middle finger on the actual joystick and pads to be able to move around. And then using your ring and pinky on the trigger controls. I don't usually play that way for fighters. I use a four-finger claw position like you normally would for mobile phone shooters on things like Path of Exile, where I really have to engage a lot of the stuff that I'm playing with. Or on things like Souls-like games, where I have to be able to interact with all of my buttons at once. You don't play too many games on your phone? I don't play too many things on my phone. Like, occasionally a thing here or there, but I haven't really... You know, I don't usually use my phone for mobile gaming. There aren't many things that I'm interested in doing on my phone that I couldn't just, you know, do somewhere else on my computer or console or something like that. How close are we? Oh, shoot. I gotta correct out north. I didn't realize we were gonna get there so fast. Holy cow. Thin bacon is the worst? What do you mean thin bacon's the worst? I don't think thin bacon is that bad. Maybe I'm crazy and in the minority, but I really don't think thin bacon is that bad. Okay, first, let's find the castle, and then we'll go check on it to see if it's open. I spent a lot of time in this place. We'll check to see if it's open. If it is, we'll go see Queen Medicine. Oh no, I forgot about the Vengeance Ghosts. I completely forgot about the Vengeance Ghosts. Oh, it is open. Okay, cool. Just gotta get my way in. Vengeance Ghost, leave me be. There is nothing to see. Alright, we're in. Cool. Put away my sword. Actually, you know what? Let's leave my sword out. Yes. Crouch, and we're gonna have to ult because it's gonna consider me as hostile even though I'm here. Please, please, please. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on. I gotta load this because I didn't see what happened. This letter is dangerous. Gortwog had undoubtedly sold copies of it to everyone from Wayrest to the Underking. After all, the powers of the Elect Bay were embroiled. He should stand to gain a lot. Go now. Your job, you've done your job. I'm sure the totem will find its way into your life somehow. You seem to have a knack for such things. Remember, the only safe master of the totem is the Emperor. Great. I gotta murder my way out of this place. Fun fact, Vengeance is voiced by the lead programmer. That is cool, I didn't know that. Okay, are we done? You guys all done? We cleared this mess up? Okay. Can I move now? Can I go? Okay, so at the minimum, this at least solves one of our big issues, which, number one, to investigate of Lysander's speaking with the royal families of the fiefdom, that was forever ago. I'm pretty sure I've already done that. Literally stabbed that guy right in the butt. Listen, he was trying to kill me. His gluteus was in the way. Alright, anything else on these people? Any of the other dudes? Anybody else want to contribute to the funds of, to my funding here. Hey! Right, pauldron. I don't want your recipe. Adamantium. Okay, I think we're good here. So, now, this should take some of these things out of my inventory here. The letter of these two, that's fine. I've had them for a long time. Magical items. Don't have this anymore. Ingredients. I have the lich dust, which I may have to remove, but we'll see. Okay, so this does solve some issues, but also leaves others available. The next thing I need to do is hit this tavern, so we're gonna go to the Feather and what's it called? This one right here. See, you know what? We can just jump out. There we go. Alright, we'll jump out of here. Okay, we should be well out of the area. So, here's where my issue kind of comes in. So, what we're going to do is we are going to save here on Please Fix. Going to go get some sleep. Alright, catch you later, Demon Pumpkin. Bear with me, guys. I have to do this because I need to. And we're going to create a second save. And this one is going to be called Fast Travel to Check Fixes. To check issues. So, this one itself is going to be designed to check issues. So we are actually going to have to fast travel to check to see if this will solve some of my problems or not. We're just going to go recklessly. God damn it. Of course I dream of the moon. Let's get out of here. Alright, so, worry you not, this is not going to be part of the actual thing. I just need to go ahead and check something while I am here. Oh, hold on. What is this? Risk your life for a dead man. You are being watched. If you don't... It's as dead as Lysander. Stop your investigation immediately. Do you really want to risk your life for a dead man? You're being watched. Oh, okay. That's a quest thing. I need to go... And like I said, you'll have to excuse me here, guys. This isn't my intent. I am not trying to do this to invalidate my run. I just need to check if this is going to work or not. Because this is... My quest is currently broken. So I need to check what files I'm going to have to manipulate, and this is getting deleted immediately afterwards. If I can't get this to work. So she is not here. So more likely than not, what's going to happen is... more likely than not, what's going to happen is I... Cross my fingers for these work. It looks like this quest is broke. So... Load, save, fix... load, we're gonna delete this one. Effect settings? Oh, there's all this cool shit I didn't even know existed. What the heck? Okay, anyway, now that I know that's there, I had no idea that was a thing. Okay, so... From where we are, it looks like that quest is broken. There's nothing I can do about it. F6. I'm gonna have to try and remove this letter. And then restart the quest. So, bear with me while I do some file manipulation here, guys. You're going to be sitting here on a black screen, but I'm going to be talking to you guys. But, yeah, bear with me while I do some file manipulation here. App data, percentage. It's a roaming folder, so... Local, workshop, Unity, saves. Save 21, I think was the most recent. 8th? No, you got to go for the 9th. Oh, hold on. Let me reopen it. I think it's I think I quick saved rather than no, please fix it was a save. Okay. So we're going to try this again. Save as please fix. Exit. Sure you want to exit? Yes. Refresh the file, everything at 4:49 p.m. Okay. Save data. Let's see. Description, current time, player positioning, world composition, exterior, Gonian. Alright, yeah. I can do some file manipulation, so stand by while I am... I'm not making any adjustments to my skills or anything else, so... worry you not. I'm not trying to make my character broken. I'm just trying to fix my quest. Let's see. Time of last check. Level up sums. Hit stat counting. No poisons. Okay, parchment. Here we are. So, 1, I'm going to rid my character of lich dust. Actually, let me start with, let me copy the entire thing. Select all. Copy. Open up this Word document for... open up this Word document. Blank doc. Paste it in. Okay, if I have to make any fixes, I at least have a backup here now. So we are going to go ahead and get rid of this first parchment here. Okay. Delete. Delete. Okay, delete, and this will be right here is where it needs to be. Okay. So I'm going to try now to reload this, see if it recognizes my file. Okay, what this should do is magic item, clothing respective. Okay, I deleted something, but I don't know what now. Well. Okay, exit. Yup. So I'm not going to make any changes. So, here's what I am going to do then. We're going to have to do it this way and see if it fixes my issue. So I still have all of these. That's fine. We are going back to the city, wherever the hell it is. We're going to rest until that letter removes itself. Restart the quest. Street urchin races across in gray. Child runs off, leaving you with a note. Okay, F6. Risk your thing for a dead man. Perfect. This is one of the things that progresses. Risk your life for a dead man. You are being watched. Okay, hold on. So now let's check to see if this progresses. Risk your life for a dead man. Daggerfall. Receive a threatening letter. Where does this fall in the quest? Main quest. This is Orcish Emancipation. It's not necessary to do this one. So we don't have to do this. So, what I am going to do, though, is I am going to remove this Dust of Restful Dead from my inventory to make sure it doesn't fuck with my quest further. So, once again, give me some time to do some more file manipulation real quick. And then, at 5:12, which it just rewrote that save. Exterior item. Gotta go fast. Normal. Diseases. Skills. Alright, stand by. Because I need to remove that dust to make sure that... That's parchment. Silver value. Don't need it. Parchment. Name. Lich dust. So what we'll do... We are going to remove the entirety of this lich dust here. Delete. Okay. We're going to reload this. It should remove it from my inventory. You're approached by a young man smiling. Didn't ask you your name. Hands you a letter. Blank. Letters for you. Hands you the letter. Okay. F6. Between the Imperial Battle Mage's own creations. Let's see. I must tell you about the totem, which you all covet. You must know the truth for which you were asked. The totem is being carried by the original Imperial Battle. Its symptom essentially means of controlling a gargantuan creature called a medium with energy. The banner is to seal it, not naturally, as it instinctively attempt to use it. The totem was lost during an epic battle with the creation of its own creation. Okay. So what does this mean? Between Imperial Battle Mage and his own creations. Alright, give me a second. I think we're starting off the ending of quests of all of these. Imperial Battle Mage and his own creations. Daggerfall. Montala revealed. Ah, okay, so this is going on Montala quest, which I don't actually need. It's a quest item, but it's not a necessary quest item. So we can continue going on. I just need the Ancient Watcher thing to function. Is it gone? Lich Dust is still there. I don't think I can get rid of the Lich Dust. Alright, well, so we'll not save. That's fine. We're just gonna have to leave it as is. Let me get into a... I gotta find any tavern will do, really. Flying Dragon it is. So we're gonna be chilling in the Flying Dragon for, like, a long time. So we're gonna save game, try and fix this. Room, 30 days. Okay, now... just in case it does fix. That's the big thing. We're gonna have to make a completely different save after this. So basically we are waiting for... where is it? Letter. Control Tamriel, the friend. Was several separate secret weapons at a bid for power. 1,000-foot automaton. Called Metallo is infused. Metallo is infused to life force. Oh, okay, this is... Became known as the Blades. Septim became known as Underking and sent his forces out to find the Metallo. Beware... Search for the totem or searching for the mechanism for the first Imperial used to control the medium. Should return, he and she holds the totem will control Tamriel's fate. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of people who are all fighting for this thing. I have to kind of burn through this time so I can try and start this all over again. And see if I can force this quest to be active. That's the goal here. They're enemies. What? You mean there are enemies nearby? The heck? Another freaking letter. Kill Morose before too much happens. Use any means. W. Okay. Can I continue now? Sleeping? Enemies nearby? Okay. I guess I can't. Get out of here. Give me your axe. What else you got? Use any means. Okay. Am I not allowed to sleep? Like, is this my life now? I can just no longer sleep anywhere? I mean, I guess this is a way to go about it. So, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to, we're gonna switch this over from my enchanted sword and board. We're just gonna equip the Daedric Katana. Because I have a feeling I am about to see a slew of people just non-stop coming at me. While I burn through time to see if I can fail this quest, so I can start up this quest, so I can see if I can fix my freaking game. There is not enough room for all of you guys. There's not enough room for all of this. For those of you who are joining me, I am now in the process of trying to fix my game. But first it means I need to get this quest to fail, so I can try and restart the quest, so I can see if it fixes itself or not. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's try, where are we? You'll wait 1 month. This is what I'm trying to burn out. I don't know when I got the letter, so... Enemies nearby. This whole place is gonna fill up with dead bodies, I am sure. Especially in the time that I'm gonna need to go ahead and do stuff. Yeah, this entire place is gonna fill up with dead bodies. Your life for a dead man, you're being watched. Okay. Cool, dudes. Let's open up all these doors so you guys can have free access to me when you need to. Okay. This is the one problem that Daggerfall is gonna give me, is just this. This quest is gonna be the death of me. So, when we finally get to the edge of this, what we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to make a completely new save. We're gonna call this, we're gonna have to make 2 new saves. The first save is going to be, considered like a post thing, which is going to be our actual save. The second save is going to be a fast travel save that is going to be deleted afterwards to see if I can fix the issue, or at least see if the issue will solve itself. Can I, like, finally get out of lycanthropy here now? Yeah, I'm out of the lycanthropy stage. Yeah, we just need to burn this and see if it'll fix it. And if not, then we're gonna have to go over to Belferia, quote, grab the dust from her, then go ahead and stand in front of Septum, or maybe force start that Uriel Septum quest. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of workarounds to see if we can solve these last pieces here. Man, I'm still mad about this whole glitching thing. You know what I just realized? Let me check my skill to see if we can work on... You got a glitch? I have a really nasty glitch. Let me explain this one really quick. So, it's gonna take me, so I need to pause it. The Underking quest deleted itself, along with the item. So, when it did that, when I loaded a save and the Underking quest deleted itself, it's not showing up. I restarted the quest, it gave me a letter, went to the place, lady's not there. Now I've got a bunch of quest items in my inventory, like Lich Dust and stuff like that. And I cannot finish the Ancient Watcher quest, right? So because I can't finish the Ancient Watcher quest, I'm like, okay. So I went over, turned in my letter Daggerfall, which it works. So I have that done. People are trying to go ahead and kill me because everybody's after this totem. I still need to get the... I need the Ancient Watcher quest to flag, so that way I can go do Lysandus' tomb. That's the problem. So I need to see if I can do this. I'm gonna have to do 2 things. I need to fail this quest so the letter disappears from my inventory. Restart the quest so the letter will start up again so I can go to a thing. Create a separate save file so I can fast travel to see if the quest is fixed. And if it is fixed, reload my previous save file, delete the fast travel save file, then go run my ass all the way over to Sentinel again to get the quest, to force the item into my inventory, because I've already done this entire quest and I don't want to do it again. Or I can run all the way back to Yakalon, do the quest, and then run back and finish the Ancient Watcher thing, but I'm really afraid that if I reload my thing, it'll end up deleting itself, just like how the Necromancer's quest has a problem with the soul and the scarab. So, these are my workaround, options, is to try and fix this by seeing if it'll work if I fail the quest and restart it, or if not, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to kind of force the flag to recognize that I have the quest for the sake of file manipulation, so that way I can get, quote, the Lich Dust, so it will let me go ahead and continue along the storyline. So I'm really messed up right now, so I'm trying my best to fix it And the first thing I'm doing is forcing the quest to fail so I can start the quest. So that way, maybe it'll work. So this is my first troubleshooting option here. I have tried a lot of troubleshooting. So, actually, you know what? Let's see. Miscellaneous. My thaumaturgy isn't all the way up, so I should be casting Water Walk and not Recovery. We're just going to keep leveling up that thaumaturgy. The quest bug, you got the item in the Yakalon, and then we went to return it to Duden Sentinel. It wasn't there. No. So what happened is I got my item in Yakalon, turned in the letter to Gortwog, went down to the bottom, grabbed the letter there, and sometime between the save of that particular day and the next day, I think it was on the reload, my quest deleted itself. So the quest completely disappeared from my log. The cursed item completely disappeared from my log. And it didn't even count. So when I went back to go turn in the item to the person who was supposed to be there, it didn't recognize it because it had considered the quest as deleted. And I didn't load a wrong save or anything. I was looking at it. I knew what I was doing. So somewhere the quest deleted itself from my inventory along with the item. So it didn't recognize that I had the quest. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to go back and lose 3 days of progress to solve this bug. Or to try and solve this bug. Because I don't have a save from before when I had the item in my inventory. I only have a save after the bug had already come into effect. So that's my problem right now. The Ancient Watcher quest bugged. So, yeah. And I did all the running. I mean, I've got the footage of me running over to Yakalon, completing that, grabbing the quest, running over and doing all the things, and making it to the location. So it's not like it's not there. Nobody can call me out for being like, you didn't do it, you're just trying to skip some stuff. I mean, I literally have the progress there, so I don't know. I'm just trying to fix my game, that's all. There's a timer on the Ancient Watcher quest. Yes, but the timer, it told me I had 314 days. So, it definitely should not have just disappeared. The log said I had a huge time to go ahead and do the thing. And even then, if I start the quest, it should bring the quest giver back into existence. The NPC should exist, even if I had to restart the quest. Like, I don't mind that restarting the quest. It's inconvenient, but not... Yeah, it's inconvenient, but it's not too problematic. My issue right now is just the fact that I can't get the next quest in the series unless it flags this one as done. So... At worst comes to worst, what I'll end up doing is... I guess it's just the Dragon Break. That's what it is, huh? But no, worst comes to worst, what I'll end up doing is I'll go through the motions. I will go over to the area. I will go over to Belfaria. I will, quote, grab the dust. I will force start the Lysandus' tomb quest. Run over to the tomb. Go do that quest. Move on to the next one. I will force start my way through the quest line if I have to. Like, it's not like I am adverse to doing so. I'm just trying to think of better options. That's all. See, if you notice that it says, like... It puts 4C at the very end of the letter instead of at the front. So it's not really recognizing it. So, I don't know. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. And this is the only way I can think to go ahead and fix my issue. And if this doesn't fix the issue, like I said, I'll go through the motions, force my way through, force start the quest to continue along the path, because I have everything done, and I've kept pretty meticulous notes on what I've done and what I haven't done. Plus, the stream is there, so if anybody wants to really review my work, they're capable of just finding it. And I figure since I gotta burn time anyway, I may as well wait for the quest to fail properly and level. I will just consider this a dragon break. I mean, the only other option is literally losing, like, a month of progress. That's the closest save that I have to the current quest line I am at. I would prefer not to lose a month of progress. And I'm not talking like a month of in-game progress, I'm talking like real-time month of progress. March, I think, 18th or something is the last save that I have prior to the current bugged one. We're never going to have to worry about Water Walk again, though. Considering that my Water Walk, I think, was like 6 or 7 minutes of real time per cast. What's going on? Hey, Alpha Athlete. Or Alpha Athlete. I'll go ahead and explain this one real quick. So, most likely something flagging bugs simply by triggering the other part of the main quest. Not done a lot of testing on cross-completing of these quests, probably. It's most handled by user bug reports. Yeah, don't worry. It's logged on here, and I have the stuff, so I'll submit the information, but it's screwed up. So, Alpha Athlete, I am currently trying to fix a bugged, like, quest. I went through the motions... Excuse me. I picked up the Ancient Watcher quest. I went to Yakalon and retrieved the cursed item like I was supposed to. I went over to Gortwog in Orsinium to turn in the letter that Lady Menacera sent me over with. Got that, got Uriel Septim's letter, and then somewhere between that and completing... Because I still had the quest item on me after that. After I picked up the letter and after I turned that in, I still had the quest item on me. So between then and the next day, my save deleted its... Or, not my save. My quest deleted itself along with the quest item. So it bugged out my quest. So I started the quest to try and start up the thing again, and the person wasn't there any longer. So I put the items in my inventory to try and see if I could force it, closed out the thing, restarted the quest, same issue. So right now I am doing some troubleshooting trying to fix my quest by passing time until the quest fails, starting up the quest so I can get myself a new letter, going outside and creating a dragon break, saving my game, to saving my game on a new file to make sure that it's there, then going ahead and fast traveling out all the way to the place to see if the quest has fixed itself. If the quest has fixed itself, reloading the previous file, deleting my Dragon Break, and running my ass all the way over there. Grabbing the thing that they want me to go ahead and grab, or grabbing the quest to cause the trigger of, hey, you need to go grab the item, forcing the item into my inventory, turning in the item so that way it's flagged, then I can go over to Belfaria. If this does not work, then what I'm gonna have to do is keep it as failed, go over to Belfaria, stand in front of the lady and pretend that I'm grabbing the dust from her, force start Lysandas's Tomb's quest, then go over to Lysandas's Tomb and start it. So, I'm kind of at a situation where I'm trying to do things the most legitimate way possible, even though the game has pretty much forced me into this situation. Yeah. Don't worry, it is still a non-fast travel run, so I am only doing the fast travel to ensure that the quest is functional, then deleting the save with the fast travel and going back to the previous save that doesn't have any fast travel to make sure that the quest is still functional. Or to make sure that I keep the continuity of no fast travel. As I have said many times in many of my other playthroughs, at the end of the day, I'm kind of at the whims of the thing. I will do what I have to ensure it continues to move, and if I am forced to fast travel for any reason, I will do it if I must. But my game is still fast travel free. I've used fast travel to check if the quest itself is functional, and then deleted out that thing, and then, like I said, this is all a troubleshooting file at this point. I don't want a screenshot, I need to freaking save. This is right before I started doing all of this, so... by any means, she'll wait a month, so I still have time to go. I'm thinking of taming a Carno, Phyla, or a Berry. What do you think I should tame? I don't think a Carno, not even a good option. In terms of your options for medium-sized carnivores, a Phyla or a Berry would be good. A high-level berry will carry you through, I think, most caves and everything else, and all kinds of underwater stuff. But a Phyla, I think, is considered the best medium-grade carnivore in the game. So I would personally suggest the Phyla if you can, and a berry if you don't feel that you can get yourself a Phyla without dying. I mean, both of those are going to be problematic dinos to grab without issue. But if you can get yourself a Phyla, I'd get yourself a Phyla. If you don't feel confident that you won't die, I'd get yourself a berry. And, you know, just don't go in the water. You know how it is. And if you don't feel confident you won't die to the berry, get yourself a Carno. So there you go. Phyla number 1, berry number 2, Carno number 3. Number 6, you're still here. I need to wait until that letter disappears, until that quest letter disappears. that's why we're sitting here just burning time and leveling up. Try getting a Thyla in a bear trap, but I'm worried about it waking up really fast. That's the problem with the Thyla. Like I said, I think you'd have a better chance with the Baryonyx than you would the Thyla. Because the Thyla can and will kill you if you are not careful. And even if you were to go ahead and catch it with a bear trap, it's still one of those things it's problematic. You don't want to get Superman out of a tree and then suddenly RKO Cat's got you on the ground and you're dead. Letter's still here. I just need that letter to disappear, really is what I need. If that letter would disappear, I wouldn't have so much of a problem. I think, I don't actually know if I ever tamed a Thyla. I'm pretty sure that I got my Thyla from breed. Like they were boss breeder Thylas, but I don't think I ever personally tamed the Thyla. I remember taming Quetzals over the Redwood, but not a Thyla. Let me check something, that way I don't waste my time. Will quest letters disappear if you exceed time limits? Daggerfall. Meet up a random town here in Sentinel and tell you the quest received is just an item with the next number of days. Never tells you what you're supposed to do with it once you have it. Mistakenly assume the game will get information once you get it either form. Sometimes this does happen. Actually, you're supposed to do is bring it to him, except that the journal doesn't tell you this. It shows you which random town he is in. So, like, if, like me, you forgot, you're going to find yourself over it. Luckily, I had a second save file and was able to figure it out. Gene Claymore, it tells me to go to the tomb. He gives me the name of the county that the tomb is in, and no other informational, likewise. Does not update. If you get you're supposed to do, you're out of luck. Then typing tomb in the search function within the country doesn't produce a result. Have to just... You see this? I'm gonna get the games... the game and lost the plot thread and never figured out what I'm supposed to do next. Don't rely on letters either. They should relatively vanish. I'm not sure why some letters vanish and others don't, but invitation vanished almost instantly, and my journal said something like, I got a letter, don't be recorded. There's no guardrails at all when it comes to the main quest. Unlike Skyrim, there's a game you actually... this is a game you can actually lose, and it takes all to derail hundreds of hours of gameplay is forgetting one tiny detail in a random town name. Whatever you can find about it, but if you write this down, it's super easy to forget about it. Yeah, write down, so just blah, 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 not be able to go back to a save. I hate that information. Save before talking to literally anyone. Get to save. No, let me save first. FEC usually makes them... Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm just reading up on stuff here. Trying to go ahead. And first time I tamed a Thyla, just saw it on my tank and draft and shot it from there. I love swamp donkeys. They are surprisingly really good. Surprisingly really good. Let's see, still there. F6, letter's still there. Bet your character is just getting drunk for his troubles over Oblivion quest in this ball. Probably. That's exactly what's happening. Probably exactly what's going on. Listen, I will never need to cast Water Walk again, though. I'm pretty sure this will literally carry me forever. But it's okay, you know, I will do what I have to do to make sure the quest gets complete. The same way that I worked my way through it in Ark is the same way I'm going to have to attempt it here. Alright, let me check something real quick. Alright, Biscuit Buzzer, we'll catch you later. Thanks for popping in. You haven't missed much, Scout. I'm doing the exact same thing I was doing before. And I am just sitting here healing. Trying to solve my issue. Always dips as soon as you hop on stream. I'm sure it's fine. I don't think it has anything to do with you. Biscuit Buzzer is over in the UK, so... Or at least I'm pretty sure he's in the UK. So I assume it's just, you know, gets late and he hops off for the night, that's all. I don't think you have anything to worry about. I wish I could differentiate in the files between these things, because, like, it doesn't really tell me what letter is what when I'm looking at the files. So I can't tell what to delete and what not to delete if I were to try and manually fix this by file manipulation. I have no idea what I'd have to do with it. Still there. See, it recognizes all of these, like, it recognizes the two things on the side, so I guess because Orcish Emancipation was completed, it recognizes that. %. Alright, I'll catch you later, Scout. Like you said, I'm sure everything's fine. Still there. All of this just to try and fix a single file. if the letter doesn't remove by the end of this, you feel the need to hunt the innocent. What time is it? 2 something in the morning. I'll have to wait until I'm outside. What the heck? Okay. How do I get out of this place? Oh, okay. Jeez. Alright, lycanthropy. Done. I wish it would tell me how much time I still have left at this place. Rest for a while, 24 hours. I mean, it's a tavern, so technically a tavern serves a dual purpose. A tavern is both an inn and a bar. So you were not wrong. It is technically both of them. Room service, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the only room service I need is for them to leave me the hell alone. Or maybe take this quest away, this freaking letter away to a place I can never see it again. They can technically bring everything up to me. Okay, so I should be like 90%, I think. 91%? Jeez. I've been up here just casting water walking spells. They're probably wondering what the fuck am I doing. Okay, they don't seem to mind the dead bodies, not at all. They're like, hey, he's keeping us safe. I don't think they really care, frankly. Let's see. Still there. I mean, hell, they don't mind that there's a werewolf sitting in their cafe, so... Cafe, in their bar. If they don't mind an Argonian, they're not going to mind dead bodies, because that's about how much respect Argonians get in the Elder Scrolls. trying to get it on a nice, efficient chain here, so I can keep casting. Still there. Reminds me of Oblivion, where the innkeeper says, "What do I care? He pays his tab." A ruffian. I bet those guys are trying to murder you. Or Dark Brotherhood. I think they were probably Dark Brotherhood, probably hired in by some other dudes. Because there are 2 quest letters that I have. One of them says you're being watched. I think both of them are Wayrest, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't really need to do them. They are optional quests. They're not required for me to continue the main story. So I'm just going to completely avoid both of them, frankly. Gotten pretty good at this fast casting nonsense here. Okay, what is my... at 93. We have 2 more until we max out south, because I can't get past 95 because I'm already mastering something. Yeah, more likely than not, what's going to happen is when Sunday rolls around, because I don't broadcast on Sunday, I'm probably going to be spending a lot of time trying to fix this quest. So there's going to be a lot of updates that are going to happen, and file manipulation and changes that I'm going to make. So, yeah, you'll probably see in my save slots a bunch of fast travel quest fixes and stuff like that. Yeah, because, I mean, it's mainly just so I can try and do some fixes. That's all. I mean, this file itself isn't going to go ahead and change. There's not going to be anything that gets adjusted in any of these files. I just need to run a lot of fixes, and I don't want to go ahead and have people sitting here, like, watching me try and run the fixes. But I will go ahead and list, like, all kinds of... Because I keep notes when I do troubleshooting. It's a habit from work. So I will be keeping a list of troubleshooting things, as well as the steps I have taken. So if anybody else ever encounters this issue, at least I'll be able to not only replicate it, I'll also be able to provide solutions for the community as a whole. So, just in case, this is probably a very rare issue, because I didn't even find anybody come up with this problem whatsoever. How long have you been farming XP? I came here like half an hour ago when you were in the same room. I'm not even farming XP. I'm just trying to fix my quest. So because it's bugged, I'm trying to remove this letter from my inventory, so I'm purposely attempting to fail this quest so I can try and start the quest back up. So I wouldn't even say it is, I'm not farming for the purpose of farming. I am doing this so that way I can fail my quest. That's all. I'm wasting time. I could just go ahead and wait. This room is expired. Cool. Now, if this thing isn't removed from my inventory, yeah, then it's permanently bugged. So there's nothing we can do about that. So, let's move along our merry way. The next thing that we're going to do is from here. And I'll let you know, because this is the steps we're going to have to take. I have a bunch of stuff. The next thing we're going to have to do is go to the Isle of Belfaria, go to the tower, talk to what's-her-name, and get the Lich Dust. Then I'm going to have to forcefully start... I'm going to have to forcefully start the quest for Lysandus' tomb. Go over to Lysandus' tomb, but let me take a look just to make sure it doesn't require me to receive a thing. Visit Medora, finish repairing, get the Restful Dust, travel to Lysandus in Minerva, find the sarcophagus, use the spirit, put them to rest. She's about 20 Vendation, make to the tower, speak to the sorceress claims, and then... Okay, cool. So, basically what'll end up happening is from here, I'll travel to Belfaria, go to the tower. I don't think she's going to have anything for me because the Ancient Watcher quest is bugged, so there's nothing I can do about that. But I do have the dust in my inventory, so I'll take that dust, go over to Lysandus' tomb, which I think is this one. Lysandus' tomb over here, so we'll run from there to here. Do the Lysandus' tomb thing. Hopefully I'll be able to put the thing to rest. And then from there, I should be able to move on to the next part of that quest, even with everything flagged and wrong in my thing. And if not, then we'll have to force start that next quest and continue on our merry way. there's only so much that I can do with these quests in the state that they're in at the moment. So we are going to call this save file Dragon Break, because this is officially what the fuck has been going on. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna call it out for the night. I hope you guys suffered as miserably as I have this time around. Yeah, no broadcast tomorrow, so I will be doing a lot of troubleshooting on this thing to try and see if I can fix it. A lot of file manipulation, a lot of forced travels and stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to do off stream, and I'm not really continuing this. Hold on, let me, actually, while I'm at it, let me create, this is going to be Dragon Break fix file. So, I'm going to be doing a lot of changes on Dragon Break fix file to run a lot of troubleshooting and testing to see if I can fix what the hell is broken right now. But anyway, yeah, for any of you new people, like, subscribe, follow, all of that jazz helps the channel grow. And I very much appreciate you guys tuning in for the stream. No stream tomorrow, but I will be back on Monday. I'll see if I can do some troubleshooting on Sunday to figure some stuff out. And thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate all of you who tuned in on Twitch and on YouTube. And for all of the trolls that turned in, fuck all of you guys. I hope everyone except for the trolls has a fantastic day.